Are you graduating this year and looking for an easy, soft glam makeup tutorial for your big day? By the end of this video, you'll have all the info you need to achieve this final look. For in-depth reviews, makeup tips, and tutorials, subscribe to my channel and hit that little bell down below. I post every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. My name is Donna, and I am an avid makeup and skincare enthusiast. I have a huge collection, and I love working with makeup every day, even if I have nowhere to go. I have a blog and a Facebook group, which is listed down in the description below, where I talk about all the different brands of makeup from luxury to drugstore, and which are the brands that work and where to best spend your money. Today's look is going to be in 3 steps. We're going to do face, eyes, and then lips. So with that being said, here we go on to step 1, which is face. So for step 1, we're going to focus on the face first, and we're going to go in with foundation, concealer, bronzer, and some blush. But first I want to use a little bit of concealer, which is odd for me to do, but I do have a bit of a breakout situation going on here and a little bit on my nose. So I want to do this before I go in with my foundation. So I'm using the Benefit, the Boeing concealer. I really like this one because it is very full coverage, and I have quite some little friends up on the nose area here and kind of all over. Now the foundation will do a lot to cover all of this, but this is just an extra step for some more coverage. You can also use your finger to do this part, and I'm not so worried that it's kind of, you can kind of see it's a little bit brighter here, because once I put the foundation on, that will go away and everything will kind of blend. You can also use a color corrector, but as this is a tutorial, maybe you don't have as much experience, and I don't think I even have a green one that you use for redness. I don't get all too many blemishes, and nothing that I can't fix with this little bit of concealer. And also, you can use concealer as your all over foundation. There's nothing to say that you can't just take what you just did and go all over the face with it. So what I like with that is that, yes, it is a little bit brighter, but that will go away. But it's such a, I mean, I'm really spreading it around at this point, but the redness has really come down. So I really like that. So the foundation I'm going to use today is by Wet n Wild. It's the Nude Dewy foundation, and I really like this one. This is a more affordable, soft glam makeup tutorial for your graduation. So I wanted to keep it, like, obviously Wet n Wild is very super affordable, but it's also a really great foundation. There are a lot of great foundations at the drugstore. Just gonna open it up here, and I'm literally just gonna paint my face. I wanna make sure it's kind of evenly distributed all around. And then I just go in with the same brush that I was using before, and just in circular motions, go around and blend. And if I feel it's too much, I wanna start bringing it down and down into the neck. Otherwise, you'll get that kind of that cakiness there that any foundation would do when you put too much. Now you do want to make sure that you get your neck as well. We're never really truly one tone, so you can just bring it down and it eventually fades, and that's all you want. Maybe I'll just do this guy here since I have like 2 dots on my nose. And again, you always just want to make sure that you blend what's around it so it doesn't stick out too much. And you don't want streaks. And I'm just going to put a little bit more here and just kind of really dab that or stipple that in. It's a stippling motion. And here, a little bit under the eye. Since I don't use concealer under the eye, I just don't personally believe in that. Really nice. So the foundation is all laid down, and since my graduation is online and I'm going to be at a computer, I don't need to worry so much about putting powder, so that way, you know, if it's sweaty outside and all that kind of stuff, I'm not going to put any powder. But if you're going outside, a little bit of translucent powder or maybe a compact just kind of all over the face will help set everything and lock it right in. So I'm going to go in with my bronzer and blush, and I'm going to use this from Physicians Formula. I've used it here on my channel before, and I love Physicians Formula so much. I'm going to go in with this top one right here. That's called Deep Bronzer. And I'm just going to go right up in here, from the back to the front. If I feel like maybe that's too much, I can start working on the other side. And then when there's less product on the brush, I can go in and change it. Well, go in and blend it. You want to do the perimeter of your face as well. It brings the light really forward, which I really appreciate considering that I don't put concealer, so I'm not really brightening all this in here. I'd rather the dark do that. I mean, I'm not going to a photo shoot, so I don't need all that heavy glam makeup. I almost just went into the Fenty one. I just need it for a mirror. Nothing wrong with that Fenty one though. It is fantastic. But I am going to do another video using more luxury makeup, if that's more your jam. And there we go, that was my bronzer all applied. And now I'm gonna go in with the blush, and I'm gonna use my Chic blush right here. And I think I'm gonna go into this shade here, Wildflower, here at the bottom. So beautiful. These are limited edition shades that you can only find in this palette. But I'm sure at the drugstore you can find something similar. I had something similar on this from Flower Beauty. And it was nice. I'm sure Essence has something very affordable in this kind of tone. I just love the scent of Physicians Formula. So nice. And you know, I'm okay that that's like showing through. Serves me right for bothering my face. That wasn't just Mother Nature right there. I had a hand in that. So there we go. Just a little bit of blush there. Really livens up the face. I really gotta do my brows. That really bothers me right there, but it's okay. We'll get there. We'll get there. So there we go. That is step 1 all complete. Now we're gonna move on to step 2, and this is all about the eyes. But before we get there, comment down below, what is your go-to makeup item that you have to have? I mean, one that never fails you. I feel like if I can just have blush, I feel totally different, and it's my go-to. Between blush and mascara, if I can have those two together, I feel comfortable and the whole look kind of just comes together. So for step 2, I'm going to go in with my eyeshadow first, and I'm using this one today by ColourPop, the Nude Mood. Now, of course, I chose this because it is affordable and it's gorgeous, but also it's neutral enough that it can go with whatever outfit you've decided to wear. I'm wearing this little number today. It's white and black. Obviously, I mean, you could go all black and smoky eye, but I'm keeping it nude today. So I'm going to go in with a transition shade, and I'm going to go right into the lightest one right here, and then I'm going to go into a little bit of a darker one right here all over the lid. You can find a whole variety of eyeshadows at the drugstore if you don't have access to ColourPop, as they're only an online brand, but anything by Maybelline or Rimmel, they're great eyeshadows, and you can find palettes with a similar color story to this one. There we go. I've done the majority of the lid, and all I really did was take the lighter colors out onto the crease, and then I just put on the outer lid here a nice darker color and just blended it. Try not to go too down, and just keeping it as high as I can. Now I'm going to go in with their shimmer shade right here in the middle. I'm going to put that all over the lid, and I'm going to put this one here, this nice topper that they have, that's called Wink Wink, and I'm going to put that in the inner corner. And at this step, what I'm doing is I'm making sure I'm taking the shimmer not just on my lid, but slightly higher than my lid. Because I have hooded eyes, if I just did my lid, you wouldn't see, if I'm looking straight on, you can barely see my eyeshadow. So you want it just a little bit higher, just to manipulate to the person who's looking at you where your actual crease is to make up for that little hooded part there. And you can play around with this, which is the best area on you. But I just want that shimmer to be visible when my eye is open. And that's better. Now I'm going to go into my lower lash line, and I'm going to use the second shade that I use for my transition. I don't want it to be too dark underneath my eyes on my lash line. So I'm just going to keep it right to the outer corner here to about the outer third of my eye. Just to have a little bit of dimension there, make sure it's meeting up. And that's about it. I'm gonna go in with that topper shade. Put a little bit in the inner corner there. There we go. We're just gonna put a little bit of eyeliner on right now and then mascara. But first I'm gonna do my brows because they really need to get done. They really do alter a whole look. And I'm also gonna do my lips. So for lips, I have these three options here from Rimmel that I bought the other day. They are number 14, 45, and 42. And they are all sorts of different nudes. So there's this one here, which may be too pinky for my look today. There's this one here. Again, looks kind of pinky, but this one might be the winner right here. That might be it. This is number 14. There we go. And for eyeliner, I'm going to go in with this CoverGirl Perfect Point Plus eyeliner. It has this tip to it here. So let's give this a go. I know you're not supposed to hold your eye in to do that, but I'm sorry, every time I see a makeup artist, that's exactly what they do. So obviously we have to kind of do it. So there we go, we have our eyeliner, and now we're gonna go on to, I believe it's our last step, and we're gonna put some mascara on. This is a fancy occasion, so I'm going to go in with my Lash Paradise. This is in the shade, it's probably Blackest Black, as it always is. Why I'm using this one as opposed to my other L'Oreal Unlimited one that I just love so much. This one creates such a, it almost makes it look like my lashes have doubled. The Unlimited gives them length and volume. This one all of a sudden looks like they've doubled. I don't know how else to explain it, but I'll put it on right now, and if you've watched any of my other videos, you're gonna see quite the difference. And you know, just the one super last step, we're going to go with a little bit of highlighter, and I'm going to go into this one right up here that is called Whimsical. And they are creamy, these ones in particular. So I'm just going to put it here, and I'm just going to dab it right on the outer third right here. You really don't want to bring it any further. It's basically where your pupil is and outwards. And make sure, again, you blend it so that you can't see your fingerprints. So now you can see the results that you can get for your big day that you've worked so hard for, that we all have worked so hard for, because I'm in this with you too. But what if you need some more help in terms of the application? As I kind of went through some of this, in fast forward, check out my videos linked in the description down below for more in-depth step-by-step tutorials where they're not sped up and I explain to you exactly what I just did on my face right now to achieve this look. Also, if you want even more tips and tricks when it comes to makeup, do check the description down below for my Facebook group and for my blog. Again, a huge congratulations on your huge accomplishment. And don't forget to be so proud of all that you've done. Check out these videos here if you want to up your makeup game. If you like this video, please hit that like button and subscribe and share this video with your friends. I hope you and your families are doing well, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!